trouble here, and that's the Elam brothers from Kansas City, Missouri. And these guys at Staley High School, these guys are tough, they are long, and they are dangerous, and they know how to win and they know how to pin. So this is going to be real tough. I think we're going to have Carson Berryhill, formerly of Tuttle. He's got a 5-8 record, but he's one of those guys that it doesn't look as if he's going to be a star for the Sooners, and yet he is, because he's one of those guys that's in the room day after day. He's working hard and being faithful, and here he's got a shot under the lights. And one thing about wrestling is you never say never, but I'm going to say that right now. Having said that, you can get hurt as well, but Rocky Elam, once again, here's another under 23, not national champion, which he is, but world champion. So very dangerous, has, once again, a lot of tools in his toolbox, and going to be real tough for Carson Berryhill, who really hasn't been battle hard because he hasn't been in enough. That's a lot of length out there. Nice stance by Berryhill, holding position well. But we got to control, you got to control your own tie-up and not just be reactive against your opponents, which is what we're doing. He's tying up with thumb blocking, but that comes to an end. He's in on a single. We've got a nice split there, a la the great Johnny Thompson from Oklahoma State. I see his split in my nightmares. Elam's got the leg up in the air. Nice flexibility on the part. Oh, a nice roll through on the part of Berryhill. Post a hand and get some height. You got to get a lot of height against that long drink of water. But if you get some height, you got a shot. Yeah, we're going to get a stalemate here, I think. And there it is. No score with 1 minute and 15 seconds left on the clock. And a good effort by Carson Berryhill. This young man is not rolling over. He doesn't care how good his opponent is. But there's a sweet single, a step over, but this is going to be hard with that length of Elam. He reaches for that far ankle, and there it is. Far ankle, and that's 2-0 lead by the Missouri Tiger. He's ranked number 1 in the country. His older brother, Zach Elam, who we're going to see shortly, is ranked number 6. And all 3 of those top guys, Keegan O'Toole and the Elam brothers, return again next year. And I think Rocky's got another year after that. And Keegan's got another year after that. So he's got a bar on top. Nope. Carson got out of it. There's a lot of gameness in this young man. Holding position well, not getting broken off his base.
Go, Carson.
13 seconds ago in the period. Down 2-0. He's got Elam's hip down underneath him. But with 4 seconds going nowhere, and there'll be no change of score. That's Rocky Elam with a 2-0 lead and 58 seconds of riding time. It's Berryhill's choice. He's going to go down, and that's a wise choice because he hasn't been close to getting turned. And sometimes the guys say, well, let's see if I can get more scoring done at the feet, so you kind of get a free point. But I don't think he's going to be let up right now. I think Elam's going to look for a turn, maybe a cradle, maybe a bar. And this is the argument, young wrestlers. You got to be good at all 3 positions. There is going to be someone somewhere that's going to beat you on your feet. But if you've got skills on the mat, then you can still win. We had a young man who was an All-American as a freshman. Joel Flaggart, and he did it all on his feet. And I told him afterwards, hey, great accomplishment, Joel Flaggart. I said, but you got to get better at the mat game. You got to get better on top. What if you would have hurt your ankle or your knee, at season's end next year? So he worked in the spring, worked in the summer, and lo and behold, before the Big 12 tournament, he tore his hamstring. And yet, because he had worked on top, was still able, essentially resting on one leg, to be an All-American, a la the great John Cady, national champion for us many years ago. Nice bar. You force him. You got to keep that elbow back, and you got to pry the thigh on the other side. That keeps the opponent's weight forward. Nice escape by Carson Berryhill. Now it score 2-1. But Elam's pressuring him forward. He's got Carson Berryhill to the edge, tries to shoot him off.
Use the edge.
Berryhill's a smart wrestler. Doesn't quite have maybe body and maybe some of the other skills, but he's got a good wrestling IQ. So he just got hit for stalling, and now it looks like it's going to be followed up by a 2-point takedown for Rocky Elam. And now we're starting to see that score expand, that difference expand. He's got a 5-1 lead with a pretty strong riding time point. So in essence, he's up by 5, and Rocky Elam is on bottom. He will escape or reverse, and fairly quickly. And there's the escape. Berryhill, I don't know if you want to challenge him up top like that, my friend. And there's the shot off it, and we're a hair away from that. Another 2-point takedown by Elam, and I'll bet you he lets him go maybe one more time. And yes, he does.
Let's go, Carson.
And right away, going forward, getting in Carson Berryhill's face. You like to see your wrestlers going forward.
Yeah.
Nice high crotch by Berryhill, but there's a lot of length there, and Rocky Elam has his hips over him, and he scores 2, but you love that effort. Love that effort. Elam once again in his face. He is relentless there. He's got him up top. Does that little pancake that the Iranians do so well, kind of disappears under them with a pancake. And Berryhill once again down on the ankles, hoping for another stalemate. We're 40 seconds or so and change away from the end of this match. And there's a 7-point lead, but he's got that riding time point secured. So he essentially, if he coasts, has a major decision, but Rocky Elam is not going to coast. He's going to look for another takedown. Over collar tie, snapping, stuttering, good motion on the part of the big guy. In on a fireman. Oh no, in on near on far leg. Finishes that as a single. And now he's got another 2 now. 20 seconds ago, he's going to let him go. I was thinking that maybe he would try and turn him there, but he's in on the leg once again, but running out of real estate.
8 seconds, Carson.
And boy, there's where that length comes in. He was like Rodin out there with that huge wingspan. Scores another takedown. I know that Coach Smith and company like that aggressiveness. Keep scoring even with short time left. And he's got a 10-point lead and another point of riding time coming. 2 seconds to go. The period ends. And we got another lead by another win by the Missouri Tigers. And now that score has turned into a 30-3 lead by the Missouri Tigers. And I was afraid of this, to be honest with you, but it's not as if the Sooners haven't fought. It's just a little